what is the outcome of the referral? When do you pay them? When don't you? Is there exclusivity? Spoiler alert, there isn't. Don't you ever be exclusive with one person.
I love bookkeeping. Hi, everyone, and thank you for listening to the I Love Bookkeeping podcast. My name is Hannah Robinson.
And I'm Melissa Honan.
And thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about something that is absolutely crucial to almost every business owner in general, not just bookkeeping business owners. And that is building relationships with referral partners. I know that's something that we really emphasize on here at bookkeepers.com, our students and our business owners that we cater to. But Melissa, I feel like I kind of say this every episode, but I feel like you're so good at this.
I'm not.
And you have so much knowledge to share.
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Oh, no.
I'm not. Now, our company is, but this is something that I continuously struggle with. So I'll share where I've messed up as usual.
So I'm going to kind of start at square one with talking about referral partners. What is a referral partner? Just so we're all on the same page.
That is a great question. So a referral partner is somebody that is going to refer potential clients to your services. And it may go both ways. It might be something where they're referring clients to you, and in turn, you are going to refer clients to them as well. But a lot of times, it is going to include some kind of incentive, right? They're referring clients to me. And if I close that client, I'm going to give them something in return, typically money.
Now,
real it doesn't have to be
not monopoly money.
Yeah, real money. It doesn't have to be. There are some relationships where they're just referring out of the kindness of their hearts, right? But when it really comes to real referral partnerships, not just, a client referring you, or, your local butcher knows that you do bookkeeping. This is a referral partnership. It could be known as an affiliate partnership, a vendor partnership. This is more like on paper, you should have a signed contract, right? That's saying that
was my next question.
Yes. Like this is like legit. You have a signed contract that says that you are referring services to each other. What is the outcome of the referral? When do you pay them? When don't you? Is there exclusivity? Spoiler alert, there isn't. Don't you ever be exclusive with one person. And, it needs to be signed by both of you with all of those expectations laid out. So, a referral partnership, definitely a formal agreement.
That was my next question is, how formal is the agreement when it's an official referral partner and not somebody just referring out of the kindness of their heart? I think referral partners can really come handy when you are a niche business or when you cater to a certain niche. So with your referral partners, because your niche is painters, what are some examples of referral partners that you have in the painting industry?
Yeah. So we basically, everywhere that a painting contractor is going to go, we try to be there. And, so one of the things that we've done since the beginning, back when we first started in 2016, is connect with other vendors in the painting sphere. And so one of our first referral partnerships was with a business coach that similarly, actually, I think he started around a few minutes before us in 2016 as well, but he's a business coach only for painting contractors. And so that has been a relationship. We've been referral partners since 2016. And, that definitely expanded over the years. We are, referral partners with multiple business coaches, some that only work with painters, some that work with painters and other trades. We do also partner with software companies. In the painting sphere, there are CRMs, there are estimating software that is, that are specifically targeted towards painters. We know them, we've worked with them. Podcast hosts, content creators, anybody that painters are listening to, watching, reading, magazines, articles, blogs, Instagram channels, right? And then, other, similarly positioned like financial services. So, there's going to be companies that offer financing so that, painting clients can finance large painting projects. We've talked to them. Or maybe there are people that offer, higher level CFO advisory services or adjacent advisory services outside of just your regular business coaching that goes well with what we do. Literally everybody, if they work with painting contractors, we have probably talked to them and we probably have a relationship with them or, at least, if it's not formal, an informal, agreement that, hey, we like each other. Let's co-collab on content.
Yeah. Well, and, not to go off too far on a tangent, but I think in a tip I give when I talk about social media marketing, when people say, how do you seek out people who actually want to buy your product and not just people who want to follow your page? And my advice is go where your clients go, whether it be in person or on the internet, find where they hang out and go there. And I think that's such a good point that you made, because you're going to any event online or in person where painters might be or contractors might be, and you seek them out. And I think kind of like the first step some people kind of get tripped up on is just the reaching out part, especially if you're more of an introvert or you're new to this and you kind of don't have the confidence yet. I think it's like the first step is just making that connection.
Anecdote time. It is just an email. One of our biggest referral partnerships. I did have a phone call check-in with one of our current referral partners that has a big online following. And I was just talking to him and we were just checking in and he's like, hey, have you heard of these guys? And I was like, no, I haven't heard of those guys. And he's like, oh, you should look at them. They're pretty cool. They also work with painters. I was like, all right. So I head over to their website and of course, like I am an idiot, right? Like I don't think about things until it's too late. So I'm like, oh crap, I should have asked him for like, hey, do you have their contact information? I didn't. And then I was like, oh, whatever. I'll just go to their website. So I go to the website and I don't really see where there's an option for me to reach out to them, but I end up in their sales funnel basically. And so I literally just sent an email like, hey, I'm bookkeeping for painters. You also work with painters. Like, do you want to talk? Like it was this, like there was nothing well thought out about anything that I did, right? And it turned out that they were looking for a bookkeeping partnership. They had been looking for several years. They were about to finalize with a company they weren't thrilled about, and they were so happy to talk to us. And 3 years later, we still work together. And all this to say that doing something imperfectly is better than not doing anything at all. And I'm an introvert. And if I had to call them or meet them in person, I would have panicked, but I still would have done it, right? And that's the big thing. That's my secret. That's the secret sauce, right? I'm going to be terrified the entire time. I'm going to think I suck the entire time. And I'm probably not even going to do it that well, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it. And that is the key. It's just like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And guess what? It might not work out. But the times that it will work out is totally going to make it worth your time to try every single time. So just do it. Just like what? Just Nike it. Okay.
Just Nike it. There you go. I love that advice that you just gave.
Today's show is brought to you by Keeper, the one app to run your bookkeeping business. Keeper helps you get faster client responses with your own custom branded QuickBooks integrated client portal. Finally, you can say goodbye to those pesky spreadsheets full of uncategorized transactions. Keeper also helps you catch those embarrassing coding errors before your clients do. And with Keeper, you can generate beautiful custom reports that your clients will absolutely love to read. To find out more, go to keeper.app. That's keeper.app. Mention I Love Bookkeeping to get 20% off your first 3 months. Again, go to keeper.app to find out more. Thank you for listening.
I think it can get a little bit overwhelming for those who especially are newer at the business ownership game. And maybe even if it's not your first time and you just are new to building relationships with referral partners, how are you able to manage having so many?
That's a great question. In the past, we have always had somebody else do it on the team. And so I I've done a little bit of it because I've always been involved, but I've never been the primary person. And this is going to be the first year that it is me, y'all. And I'm a little bit panicking. So I won't say that I have a perfect system yet. I'm working on that perfect system. Once I have it, I'll share it with you. But for the most part, it's a lot of the same tools that I use for sales, as an introvert. And it's just really aggressively defending my time in time blocking. And I know that on this day of the week, in this 2-hour block of time is when I'm going to do these things with these people, right? Like if I have meetings, they are on Tuesday or Wednesday. Because I know on Tuesday and Wednesday, I meet with people outside of my company. On Thursdays, I will meet with people inside my company. I do also meet with people inside my company. Basically, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is any meeting, internal. Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be external. I don't take meetings for bookkeeping for painters on Mondays or Fridays. Those are my days to work on the actual things, right? To actually do the things, not meet with people, not be stuck in back-to-back meetings. So by having that, that lowers it to 2 days a week. And then 2 days a week, when I have external meetings, I have it in I think maybe a 4-hour slot of time. And so that helps me know that look, it's just 4 hours one day, right? Or it's just, 4 hours, 2 days, or, it's just, it helps me manage my expectations. It helps me be able to recover from it. Like if I was just in external meetings, all day, every day, if I just had a random, my entire calendar was open and at any time somebody I don't know could schedule a meeting, holy shit, I could not function. I don't like that. I have, go back, guys, if you haven't listened to our entire podcast about how to create your schedule, that is what I'm doing. And I'm doing that really big when it comes to referral partners too. Managing them. Obviously I have a list, I'm tracking them. And I have a marketing calendar for content, so, cross your fingers for me guys. Next week, I will actually be on my first ever painting podcast representing our company. I know. And it's because of this podcast that I was like, oh, I think I could do it now. But seriously, every other time I always had somebody else representing our company, because it is something that terrifies me. And so I'm, swallowing the frog. I'm going to do it. I'll let you guys know along the way how it goes, but, it's hard, but I'm going to do it, right? It's time. For a lot of you, you don't have the luxury, I guess, of having other people on your team. I've always had a token extrovert at some point, right? We don't now. We're all introverts.
Disregard that laugh I just had, but that is incredible. Token extrovert.
Okay, we all know, right? You got to have one. And now we don't. So it's got to be me. And because I think it's also really important when you build these relationships, you have to maintain them. And if you have people that aren't the business owner, that are coming in and out of the company, it's hard to maintain relationships across different people. It's possible, but it's harder. And so now I had to decide, I am the one constant in this company. Over all of the years, I've been here since 2016 and I've come in and out. Daniel has as well, but my God, we don't want to put him on a podcast. And, if you met him, you know why. He is great to talk to. But I am much more charming. And, so yeah, anyway, moral of the story, just do it, just get out there, but aggressively defend your time so that it's sustainable. I guess is my overall answer to that.
And something that I think is a great question to ask is, if you own a bookkeeping business, is there a way to have a referral partnership with other bookkeepers, you think?
Yes, because I send stuff to Brooke all the time. And I think she's sent some stuff to me at some point in time. We've definitely talked. And so for those of you that don't know, we need to interview her at some time, but, Brooke Swan with Clarity Bookkeeping, and she specializes in, construction and contractors. And, there's some times where maybe I'm at capacity and I need to give some, I want to give them somebody to go to, right? I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I'm at capacity, get out of here. No, like I know Brooke is killing it, right? And so, I'm going to send it over to her, and I know she's been at capacity and she's sent stuff to me. And I know that there's people outside of my niche that have sent stuff and back and forth, and I've sent things to other people. I think always, right? Because for whatever reason, you might not be able to take the client, or that client just might be better off. That's always something at the forefront of my mind when I'm in sales. What is in the best interest of this client? And I will give the client the truth, whether that answer is me or not. Because at the end of the day, I want what's best for them, even if that's not working with me. So knowing other bookkeepers, I think, is key here. Because I think we've all met with somebody before and we're like, yeah, this cannot be a remote position. Like they need somebody in-house. Like they have a flip phone. They're not going to take pictures of receipts and upload them into Dext. Like I have had those clients that can figure that out, but we all know the ones that can't, right? They want to, mail me an envelope of receipts, and that's just not something we do. But hey, maybe that's something that Kirsten will do. I don't know. So I'll send them to Kirsten. So yes, you should. I think 1000%, especially because it's just the easiest networking you can do, is network with other bookkeepers, because y'all are my people. So I'll go to a painting industry event and I'm panicking, right? Like I'm will not lie. I'm uncomfortable around men. I'm uncomfortable in large groups of men, and I'm in a predominantly male industry, and it makes me panic a lot of times. It is so uncomfortable. I know when I go to BKX, like y'all are my people. This is a group of 200 bookkeeping nerds. I love all of you, and I haven't met you yet. And even if you are a man at BKX, like, I don't know, it's like a safe space where I'm like, okay, well, first of all, there's only 5 of you. And like 195 women. I don't know the actual stats, but it's something like that. And I'm just more comfortable. It's just so much easier for me. And it's just good. Whether you're going to refer stuff to each other or not. Like I know, oh my God, for the longest time, this is a good example. I was writing some content, and Cheryl from Bookkeeper Elite and Randy, I'm not going to like name their names, I guess, but y'all probably already know them because they're amazing human beings. But like they were helping me edit this article because they're both fantastic at writing and editing. And I don't think they've ever sent anything to me, but like I know, like if I reach out to them, they're always happy to help, and I'm always happy to help them, right? Like they've asked me other questions and things like that, and it's just nice to have those people that understand where you're at. Like entrepreneurship and business ownership is lonely, but it's not if you have people that understand. So 1000%, you need to know other bookkeepers for a billion reasons.
Well, and I think the bookkeeping community, especially the one that we've created, it's such a positive place. We just last year at BKX, I mean, I'm like definitely plugging the company that I work for, whatever. But last year at BKX, the people at the hotel, the event planning staff, and our sponsors were just like, this is the most like inclusive, positive group of people that we've ever seen at an event.
It's so true.
It's not nobody's standoffish. And I was like, I know, like it's this like super warm, welcoming community. So if you're a new bookkeeper out there listening, the bookkeeping community is the one you want to be in. It's about as nice and friendly as it gets.
And for those of you that are like normally like that weird person, like in the corner, afraid to talk to people, like the other people will find you. Like I know for a fact, like that's something Kirsten does. That's something Ben Day is going to do. Like Ben Day is going to be there, and if he sees you standing in the corner, he's going to go talk to you. There's just so many people where it's like, no, like we're not going to let you just be alone. But I do also challenge you to reach out to somebody else if you see them, in the corner. Cause at the end of the day, like literally, like it is going to be mostly introverts there. And so we're all in the same boat of being socially awkward, and we're all in the same boat of like, I don't know, do I try to have a conversation? Do I like, just do it. It's going to end well for you.
I think that's a good spot to end this episode on. If you have comments, questions, concerns, tips, or you just want to talk to us, please shoot us an email at success@ilovebookkeeping.com. Again, that is success@ilovebookkeeping.com. My name is Hannah Robinson.
And I'm Melissa Honan.
And thank you for listening to the I Love Bookkeeping podcast.
I love bookkeeping. Here's a little shout to all my friends working hard at keeping the books. You want to change your life, you want to grow that biz, it's not as hard as it looks. Be a money guide, a profit coach, step up your game and see